Hi there, I'm Mr. Nobody, and today we're going to be reacting to My Hero Academia Season 6. This is probably my most anticipated this in Season 5, and unfortunately Season 5 disappointed at times, but from what I've seen from trailers and images, it seems very exciting, Season 6. So just letting you guys know I am a manga reader, but this is going to be as spoiler-free as possible. What else? And for the first time in forever, episode 1 is not going to be a recap. Apparently, yeah. I don't know why they do it. Season 5, 4, 3. I mean, that's too many recaps. And they're like, it's just going over quirks, and you should know this by now. I read somewhere that it was like mandated by the like studio or the broadcast. I don't know if that's true. I'm not gonna look that up. But if it is, either they decided to change their mind, or that was BS. Because we're not getting a recap. I mean, I assume there's going to be a little bit of recap in the beginning just to get everyone up to speed. But let's just get into it. Man, I am just excited to see it. I had to wait so long because it's a Monday when I'm making this, and it'll probably come out hopefully later than the day, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, which is by then already like too late, and people are gonna be excited for the next week episode. Whatever. I'm busy. Well, I'm busy. Let's just get into it. I'm rambling too long. I just want to get into the video. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. That's a nice. That's so cool. Okay, so I was right. The first couple minutes are just gonna be recap. There's like the same yellow guy wearing shirt like in 3, 4, 5. So this is just a recap from the last like season, couple episodes. Uh Season 5 was a bit disappointing. I don't know why they switched up the arcs. I'm pretty sure you know this by now, but the Endeavor training arc and then the My Villain Academia were switched for some reason. And I don't know why. It just kind of ruined it. Kind of made the pacing a little weird. But when we did finally get to My Hero Academia, I think they did a great job. I know a lot of people might have not liked it. They definitely did cut a lot of stuff out, but the things that I wanted them to nail, they did nail. And that's why even though that was disappointing, I still had a tiny little hope for season 6. Okay, so that's the end of the recap. Oh, and the intro, which I'm excited to see. Okay, that's definitely the thumbnail. Okay, so just finished watching the intro. Thoughts about it? I liked it. I enjoyed it. Visually, I like the comic book-esque art, not art style. I like the comic book-esque feel of it. It's very I wouldn't say it's that. It's a little different than like previous intros. And just visually, very nice, very beautiful. And let's see what else. The music. When I first heard the music in the trailer, I wasn't like too big of a fan. I thought it was okay at best. But I feel like it definitely works for this opening. But I don't know if I'd say it's probably just a song I'd listen to by its own. It's good. It's a good opening. Much better than what last season had. First impressions, I'd say it's up there. It's up there as one of my favorites already. Okay, a couple things about the actual visuals though. I don't know if this is spoilery, but since it's like in the outro, I mean not the outro, since it's in the opening, I think it should be okay. But a lot of the images you see, like of Shigaraki, of Deku, and all those people, come like straight out of the manga, like just panels, and they're drawn very nicely. And I hope I mean, it's easier when they're just images, but I hope that's exactly how they're animated, especially the one of Shigaraki with like the scars all over his body. That one I particularly enjoy.
行動理念スピナーとコンプレスはトラウマを克服したと聞きあなたは1階のコアクトから最も警戒すべき
Yeah, Twice definitely has one of the strongest quirks just in the show in general. Right here, they're showing him just making a whole bunch of like an army of just himself, which is obviously, difficult because imagine, fighting an army that just imagine just fighting an army that just, keeps creating soldiers over like just unlimited. And eventually you're going to get tired and you're going to get knocked out. A little thing that they do omit, that they don't in the manga, is that while they show him like cloning a bunch of himself, in the manga they also have him cloning a bunch of high-ends as well, because he can not only duplicate himself, but he can also make clones of other people. And so a high-end, even a clone of high-end will still be incredibly strong because they're not going to be as durable as the original high-end that Endeavor fought. But against like a casual, like probably, if you're not in the top 10, if you're not in the top 5, you're just screwed against even a double of a high-end. Okay, so he just actually gave away something really big, and I don't know, it might have been, you might have not... Okay, so he actually gave away something fairly big right there. So Hawks, even though he's under surveillance by Skeptic, that guy, he is still finding ways to, get information, give it out to whoever he's working for. But he does not know, or at least in this point, he did not know the location of Shigaraki. And so this whole war, this whole like 12, 13 episode arc that's going to occur is because Twice actually gave away the location of where Shigaraki is. Most of the information Hawks has gotten to the heroes is actually through Twice, because he's, been not really manipulating him, more like just letting him talk and getting to know him. Because Twice is, he's not that intelligent, or not that he's not intelligent. He is intelligent. He's just very trusting and good-natured, which is what happened with Overhaul as well. I like their friendship. I like Hawks and Twice's friendship, because even though Hawks is clearly using him, I feel like he's being genuine when he thinks he's a good person. And, having them like be on other separate sides of, the war is just heartbreaking in a sense. Yeah, that's not suspicious at all. Hey, we have this back room where no one's allowed, not even the staff, just one guy. I wonder what he's doing back there. It's accessible through the morgue, though. And for a doctor, he's kind of stupid. Okay, so there's two teams. Endeavor, the #1 hero, and his group of people, as well as like Deku, Bakugo, Todoroki, they're all at the hospital. And so while Endeavor's attacking the hospital, Deku's job, they'll explain it a little bit later, but basically his job is just evacuating the citizens just in case something happens. And which, because this is an action anime, it's totally gonna go wrong. And even though they're supposed to be support, since they're the main characters, it's just gonna happen. And Team Edshot, for those wondering why Edshot, it's actually because he's the highest ranking hero that they have left. Endeavor's doing the hospital, Hawks is undercover, Genus is in a bag, and then so it's Edshot, who is the next highest ranking hero. So that's why he's leading the other team, even though, we hardly ever see him do anything, but oh well. Ooh, here we go! That is a ton of people. Damn. Imagine having to, like, draw every single person just for that, like, 2-second shot. That must be difficult. And imagine having to animate all of these people running. It's actually pretty impressive. No. 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 Oh yeah, she's gonna murder everyone there by suffocating to death. Yeah. Pretty sure that's a... Is that a war crime? I mean, I guess it'd kind of be like a gas attack, so... I like the way Tokoyama is just like staring at Denki. It's funny. Yeah, so Slide and Go gets immediately caught by Death Arms. So I don't think it's explained, but basically they're sending like all the heroes that they have like to this attack. And I don't know if it's just Death Arms. It'd be kind of weird if it was. I'm assuming there might be other heroes, but basically Hawks has at this point already figured out every hero that's working with the League of Villains, Paranormal, whatever. And so told everyone except them. And I guess they just sent Death Arms to like find everyone who isn't just, you know, part of the attack and just capture them as traitors. Which, you know, assuming that there is a large amount of heroes that are a part of the other side, it's kind of weird to just send Death Arms. And this is never like addressed or I don't think it is. But I mean, at least they, you know, tried. Nice, they're starting to go. I like how everyone's flying and then Deku's just like running down the hill. Ooh, Mirko! Okay, so just in case you missed that, so Hawks, so Twice told Hawks that Shigaraki is going to be done in 4 months, and the doctor right now just said that it's going to be a little over a month in order for Shigaraki to be done. So just letting you guys know that this is 3 months after Hawks found out about Shigaraki. So, Twice told Hawks, and 3 months later, they're attacking right now, and in a month, Shigaraki will be ready. They did this because they want to make sure Shigaraki's, you know, out of the picture, unavailable for this attack, because a full-powered Shigaraki will be way too much for them. And so they thought, surprise attack right now. And that's why it actually catches them like off guard pretty well. God, he looks so cool there. Oh, the new mid cards. I like the new look. I like how they're going all in on the comic bookish kind of thing, because it kind of is, you know. I mean, obviously it's a manga, so that's just a Japanese comic book. But I mean, like it's about superheroes, so it just makes sense to have a comic book aesthetic. And is this arc especially, you know, is the most comic booky war of the series so far. Huh. I just noticed he like stripped the slippers off of him. God, he looks so ghastly. I love it. So it's never been confirmed until now. But like before now, there was always this theory, or not theory, but more like speculation that the Doctor would copy or like artificially create quirks, but it was never really confirmed or very like explained till now. So just letting you guys know that the Doctor can somehow create copies of quirks and or create his own. No, I don't think he can create his own. Just create copies of quirks, and he can somehow, and that's how he just shoves, you know, humans with them and creates the Nomus. Which is, you know, which is how he can create the Nomus without All for One's help. Because before it was speculated that All for One would just put them all into one person, just make them into this big monstrosity. But he can make them on his own. But it takes a lot of time. God, he is pissed. You ever been so pissed you break you know your glasses was just your pure rage. Okay, pause. That guy, the guy with the stupid looking bamboo head, I don't know if you guys remember him, but that is actually Gentle Criminal's friend from school. The one that didn't remember him after becoming pro hero. That's actually him right there. So he seems to be doing good. But since he's since we don't even, I don't even was he given? I think he was given a name. I don't know what it is, but look, he's a part of it. I just love how Horikoshi reuses like side characters, especially when their heroes just uses them. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and I hope we get a Vigilantes adaptation because I can't wait to see more of Shirokuma and Ozawa when they were younger. It's probably the best part of that side spin-off series. 97% already? Damn, that's fast. I hope no one's like having surgeries because, I mean, unless they, since the hospital acted surprised. Ooh, nice. What I was gonna say, sorry, let me just pause it for a sec. Since they acted so surprised, I don't think they told the hospital, so I hope no one's like having open heart surgery while this is happening, because or else they're just like dead. And that would suck. But oh well, they were gonna die anyways, because there's a huge secret underground lab right behind, underneath them that seems kind of just inevitable. Ooh, finally some action! Ah, that looks so cool. Bro, some of these designs are so weird. That is a whale with a Nomu tongue with drills on it. So yes, that was a double from Twice. So what he just said right there was that doubles don't get erased by Ozawa's quirk, which is something actually we knew already, because in the season 3, I think, yeah, season 3, when the League of Villains attacks the training, the summer camp, Dabi's quirk does get erased by Ozawa, but then when he gets like elbowed in the face, he like defeated, he starts dripping away like a like Garaki is doing right here. So we already knew, although we probably need a reminder, but we already knew that if Aizawa looks at a clone, the clone's quirk will be erased, but the clone itself will not. And I think that's probably because even though the clone's quirk is deactivated, Twice's quirk is not. So, and since the clone is just a part of Twice's quirk, that's probably why. But it's actually pretty cool. How many times have I been saying that today? Yes. The best way to stop a drill is, just shooting fire at it. I'm sure that will work. It's anime. It definitely will. Ooh. The way they just crawl out of the ground. And there's Shigaraki right there. So cool. And this, I believe, is the real one. Unless it's another clone. I wish I had that chair. How cool would that be? Just sit down and zoom in. That is a lot of quirks. If you see right there, he has a wall of just tons and tons of quirks. But if you see right on top, each purple tube. So the main one right here that you see on my left. That one is, I believe, where Shigaraki is, but if you see all those top ones, each of those are presumably a high-end Nomu. So yeah, he's got a lot of firepower stuck back here. Oh yeah, it's already animated release. Oh, just fucking Beyblade over there. That's cool. Oh, Johnny. No, Johnny! Oh well. Ooh, outro time. God damn. Okay, let me just have my thoughts before I listen to the outro. So far, I'm liking the season so far. This first episode was fast and slow at the same time because it was a lot of setup, and the majority of the episode was set up. But it was like enjoyable setup. So it felt long because it was a lot of setup. So I was just, paying attention, listening, trying to get everything that I could remember because I haven't read the manga. I have read the manga, but I haven't reread it. So I myself were trying to remember everything that happened. But it also felt fast because I don't know. I was just so like enthralled by it that it went fast. I don't know. I'm just rambling, but it a lot of setup, still felt like a good episode, and the last couple of minutes just made me even more hype because I think that's the only setup that we really need or that we really get. I'm sure we'll get some more. But I just can't wait for the next episode to just action. And I hope it's, good. But although the miracle, scene, great. Even though it was just a couple seconds, just already animated better than almost anything in season 5. I'm gonna shit a lot on season 5 because I had a lot of hopes and they were crushed. But hopefully season 6 will bring that back. Let me listen to the outro. God, Shigaraki is so cool. So cool. God. I love his white hair, just the way it just flows. Okay, just finished the outro. I also enjoyed that too. Visually. The music, okay. But I enjoyed the outro as well. The intro is probably better in my opinion. And I just enjoyed it so far. I am liking what I'm seeing. It makes me very happy and very excited for the rest of this season. And I just can't wait. Like, I want it to be Saturday already. Okay, so that was season 6, episode 1 of My Hero Academia. For those who want to know, this episode covers chapters 258 to 260 of the manga. And it's actually very, very close in adaptation. The only thing that they add was probably just the beginning part, the little recap, catching everything up to speed, and the only thing they omit from the episode, visually, the only things that they change is that instead of twice cloning a bunch of high ends in that like worst case scenario, Hawk's vision, instead of doing the high ends, he actually just duplicates himself, which isn't as cool because we already seen that, and like a picture. Like a one panel of some kid staring at an All Might statue before the raid starts, which is unimportant, and I'm okay. I didn't even know he showed up until I reread the chapters. But other than that, solid episode, solid adaptation, solid animation, solid music. I enjoyed it. I hope the rest of the season is just as hopefully better than this episode. But I've been Mr. Nobody, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll, come with me. That sounds wrong. Good. Okay, so I've been Mr. Nobody. I hope you enjoyed this journey with me, and I hope you'll visit me again for the previous weeks. And I hope I can add a different perspective as someone who's actually read the manga. And I hope you enjoyed. Have a nice day. Goodbye.